In this video, we will deploy the route-based VPN gateways. But before doing that, let's understand the overall intention. Because when we think about building the network connectivity, it is not just going to be one resource. We have to have a kind of solid understanding about various Azure construct that we can make use of to build the connectivity. Now in the architecture, let's understand this architecture very closely. I have a VNet hub network. Think that this is basically sitting in the Azure. And within this particular hub VNet, I have a gateway subnet. Gateway subnet is only for hosting the VPN gateway, right? And then VNet hub is paired with one particular virtual network called VNet Spoke 1. And there is another virtual network within the Azure itself, but think that this particular virtual network is a on-premise network. Let's try to basically think that this particular virtual network is representing the on-premise site, okay, and the IP address CIDR range allocated to this particular virtual network is like this. And there is another gateway subnet, but think that this is a as and when like we deploy the VPN gateway into this particular gateway subnet, think that it's an on-prem device for the time being, right? And then this VNet on-premise is also paired with a spoke 2, right? That's the architecture. Once we have, let's say, VPN gateway deployed, local network gateway deployed, then we can go ahead and build the S2S connectivity. But in this video, what is that we're going to put a focus on is just this particular VPN gateway. So we're just going to deploy 2 VPN gateway as per this particular architecture in Azure. So let's get on the portal. What I did here, okay, as per the architecture we just described, we just discussed, I got a VNet hub, I got a VNet on-prem, I got a VNet Spoke 1 and Spoke 2. VNet hub is paired with Spoke 1 and on-premise is paired with Spoke 2. And let's see the content. Content in the sense that what are the different subnets that I did in the virtual network. Just to make sure that we have an understanding, right, for each virtual network. We just got a gateway subnet. And you know that gateway subnet is only for the hosting the VPN gateway, and the name has to be gateway subnet. There is nothing like that. You can deviate from this actually. So it has to be a gateway subnet all the time. Then on prem we also got a gateway subnet, because in both these virtual network we're going to host the VPN gateway, and then we got a subnet 1 in Spoke 1 and we got a subnet 2 in Spoke 2. Nothing else. I haven't done anything else than this. No association, nothing else, no energy. It's just basically the vanilla network. And just to make sure that pairing, we scan through the pairing. You can see that Spoke 1 to hub. You can see that Spoke 1 to hub. And here you can see that Spoke 2 on-prem, right? And here hub to Spoke 1, and here you can see that on-premise to Spoke 2, right? Now how do we deploy the VPN gateway? VPN gateway, let's look for that particular service. I think it's virtual private gateway virtual network gateway. Sorry, I always get confused with this name. That's virtual network gateway. Let's create the virtual network gateway. Click on create button. We select the subscription. I am going to call this one VNG, and I'm going to call hub. I want to correct this name as VMG. And this is where we're saying that it's a VPN gateway type. You can choose express route if we have the express route, but here in this case we're going with the VPN, and we just going to use the basic one. In this particular case, VPN GW1, but this is where you choose the SKU based on whether you want to go active standby, active, or the bigger throughput, something like that, right? This is what all these SKU mean for actually. So let's select the VPN gateway one. We go with the generation one. We select the virtual network. In this particular case, we're saying that hub, and it picks up the gateway subnet automatically, right? Public IP address, create new one. We just going to call this guy as we're just going to call this guy as VNG-PIP1. All right. And this is for the hub. So let me put that name so that we can easily identify. In this particular case, active mode is not something we're looking for in this case, and we're not thinking about to configure the BGP, connecting to the on-prem. In this particular case, we're just simulating the S2S connectivity, how to build that. Keyword access, we don't need that. Anything else looks good. We don't need to tag. And let's go ahead and say review and create. So we create the virtual network gateway. All right. This one is deploying. At the same time, what we do the similar thing for the on-premise related VPN gateway. So let's click on this one, create VPN gateway. In this case as well, VNG, and we call this one on-premise. Australia East, let's choose in this case as well this one. We select the virtual network in this case. We also call this one VNG PIP, PIP on-premise. That is what we will name the public IP address. And we don't want to enable this one active. We're not thinking about the active one in this particular case. And in this case as well, disable, all disable, and we say review and create. All right. This is how you basically deploy the virtual network gateway. Let's take a look whether both the gateways are being deployed. See that VNG hub and VNG on-premise is being deployed right now. Usually what happens, it takes almost like a 40 to 45 minutes. It's not too quick. You can see that it's updating yet. And what I'm going to do, I will wait for this particular VPN gateway to get fully deployed. And then in the next demo, we will use this particular VNG to create the local network gateway.